Dollar, gold, oil, and the future. What's really happening and how normal people can stay safe? Today, everywhere on social media, we hear the same words again and again. Dollar collapse, global reset, gold rush, currency war. Some people are scared. Some people are selling fear. And most normal people are confused. So in this video, we will do something very simple but very rare. We will calmly understand why the dollar still dominates, why countries are buying gold, why oil, Russia, and currencies matter, and most importantly, what this really means for a normal person. No drama, no prediction, only logic, data, and reality. How the global money system actually works. To understand today's problems, we first need to understand one basic truth. Money is not wealth. Money is a claim on wealth. For thousands of years, money was gold and silver because they were scarce, durable, and trusted. After World War II, the world needed stability. That's when the modern system was born. Bretton Woods, simple explanation. In 1944, major countries agreed US dollar would be the center, dollar would be linked to gold, other currencies would link to the dollar. This worked because the US controlled around more than 50% of global GDP at that time, most of the world's gold reserves, strong military and political power. Later, gold backing was removed, but the dollar stayed dominant. Why? Because systems don't run on theory, they run on convenience and trust. Why the dollar still rules the world, the harsh truth. Even today, about 85 to 90% of global forex transactions involve the US dollar. More than 50% of global reserves are still held in dollars. Why? 4 core reasons. 1. Trade settlement. Oil, gas, commodities, most are priced in dollars. 2. U.S. Treasury market. The U.S. bond market is the deepest and most liquid in the world. 3. Military and legal power. Trust is not emotional, it is enforced. 4. Network effect. Everyone uses the dollar because everyone else uses the dollar. Even countries who criticize the dollar still depend on it. This tells us something important. De-dollarization, what it really is, data plus logic. Now let's talk about the word that scares people, de-dollarization. De-dollarization does not mean dollar collapse, end of the US, gold replacing money tomorrow. It simply means risk reduction. Why countries started worrying. In recent years, we saw foreign reserves frozen, banks cut from payment systems, trade blocked through sanctions. Countries learned one lesson. If your reserves are controlled by someone else, they are not fully yours. What countries are doing with data-style facts? Dollar share in reserves has slowly fallen from around 70% in early 2000s to near -58 to 60% today. Not collapsed, slowly reduced. At the same time, local currency trade increased, bilateral agreements increased, gold purchases increased. This is not rebellion, this is diversification. Just like you don't keep all your savings in one bank. Why central banks are buying gold in bulk? Let's talk about these matters. This is the most misunderstood part. Central banks are not buying gold because they expect profits. They are buying gold because gold has no counterparty risk. What does that mean? Gold is not issued by any country, cannot be printed, cannot be digitally frozen, and has survived every currency system. Over the last few years, central banks have been buying hundreds of tons of gold annually, the highest pace in decades. Who is buying? Emerging economies, not Western countries. Why? Because they want neutral reserves. Gold is boring, and boring assets survive crises. This does not mean a crisis is guaranteed. It means governments prepare for uncertainty, not collapse. Oil, Russia, and non-dollar trade, reality check for US. Let's talk about oil, because oil is the backbone of the global economy. Even today, most oil is priced and settled in US dollars, but Russia changed things after sanctions. What changed? Some oil trades started happening in dirham, local currency mechanisms, indirect settlement systems. This does not kill the dollar. It shows one thing. When systems are blocked, alternatives are created. This is evolution, not revolution. Rupees and dollar, the truth and reality for India. Now let's bring this home. When you hear USD INR near 90, remember one thing. A weaker rupee does not automatically mean a weak economy. Why INR faces pressure? Strong global dollar, oil imports, capital flows, risk aversion. Almost all emerging market currencies face this pressure. India still has strong foreign reserves, controlled inflation, long-term growth potential. RBI manages volatility, not fixed numbers. What are the real threats? Now I want to be very honest. The biggest threat is not sudden collapse. The real threats are slow and silent. Real risks? Inflation slowly eating savings, job instability, asset bubbles, currency volatility. Slow damage hurts more than fast damage, and that's why preparation matters. What a normal person should actually do. You don't need predictions. You need resilience. Say clearly. 1. Income skills. Skills are the best hedge. 2. Emergency fund. 6 to 9 months of expenses. 3. Insurance. Health and term non-negotiable. 4. Diversification. Equity for growth, gold for insurance, debt for stability. 5. Mental discipline. Don't react to headlines. Final conclusion. Every generation believes the system will collapse in their lifetime, but history shows something else. Systems change slowly. People who panic lose. People who prepare survive. The future will not reward fear. It will reward patience, skill, and discipline. Stay informed, stay calm, stay prepared. That's how normal people win.